Yeah, yeah. What's the tough call?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. No idea.
Hi.
No, that man's serving and he's working. You cannot.
Ah!
No, come on.
I want to see.
No.
I want to see.
People are having their dinner. Not there.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah. Check it out.
Hang on. Give me time. I'm exhausted.
It's from it's the first one. And
the waiter hears the sound and goes to tell Marissa, and she cancels the food and sends the dog back home to the owner and sends him to the kennels for 24 hours.
The dog from
Christine to text William's mum, and Christine to say to William's mum by text that the dog from Rome is going to drop the CD player of the lady from the balcony to the escalator at the airport in Paris when Marissa is ordering the food and the coke at the airport in Paris at 12 o'clock midday, so that William's mum will say to Christine's mobile phone by audio. And she sent back, and the waiter hears the sound and goes to tell Marissa, and she cancels the food and sends the dog back home, and the owner sends him to the kennels for 24 hours. Christine to text William's mum, and Christine to say to William's mum by text that the dog from Paris is going to drop the Fisher Price of the boy from the balcony to the escalator at the airport in Rome. When Marissa is ordering the food and the coke at the airport in Rome at 12 o'clock midday, so that William's mum will say to Christine's mobile phone by audio. Mum said, and the boy's mother hears the noise and goes to see and tells Marissa, and she tells the dog they were going to stay for 7 nights and now no nights at all. So Christine to text William's mum, and Christine to say to William's mum by text that the dog from Lisbon is going to throw lots of nails down the toilet in the 5th floor at the hotel in Venice, and flush the toilet when in the room in the 5th floor at the hotel in Venice at 2 o'clock in the morning in the dark.
He's sleeping,
Marissa, so that William's mum will say to Christine's mobile phone by audio. Mum said, and Marissa wants to use the toilet. She sees that she sees that it's blocked and has to go to the reception toilet, and she tells the dog that after breakfast he is going back home, and she sends him back to Lisbon, and the owner sends him to his kennels for 24 hours.
I wanted to talk
So that's enough of that reading.
I wanted to talk about Marisa and the dog. I want to talk.
Just a little bit, not all the time though.
We do 3 stories.
No, just do a little bit. So what do you want to talk about?
There's a dog from Lisbon. The dog from Lisbon. And goes to a house in Lisbon and rings the bell.
Yeah.
It rings the bell when the owner upstairs, and the dog is in the kitchen next to the lounge. There's downstairs. Owner is upstairs.
Okay. And who's ringing the bell?
Marisa.
Oh right. Okay.
When the owner will say by himself, how?
He will say, "Oh, bell's ringing. I think that's Marissa."
I think
that's Marissa.
I think it goes downstairs. It goes to the lounge downstairs when the dog's in the kitchen next to the lounge. It's downstairs. When the owner goes downstairs, I have a look in the lounge through the window.
And he sees that it's Marissa, and he tells the dog, "Come on, Marissa's here. You need to go."
And
so he opens the door.
Hi.
Hi Marissa, how are you?
What else would I say?
You go, hi Marissa, how are you? The dog's ready to go on his holiday. Thank you for taking the dog.
Takes a taxi to the airport in Lisbon.
Yeah, takes a taxi to the airport in Lisbon.
How say to the taxi driver?
Please take us to the airport in Lisbon.
The taxi driver will say?
Yes, ma'am, it will only take
The-
5 minutes.
For 5 minutes. And when they arrive at the airport in Lisbon, how Marisa will say to the dog?
Marissa will say to the dog, right, we're at the airport, so we need to catch our plane.
Catch a plane.
To Rome. They're going to Rome?
To Venice.
Oh, they're going to Venice,
And he's the loudspeaker at the airport in Lisbon. At the airport in Lisbon for the flight to Venice. At the airport in Lisbon, they will hear the loudspeaker about flight to Venice.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, the flight to Venice the gate is now open. Please go to gate number 16 to board the plane.
And
So she says, come on to the dog, we need to get to gate 16.
go through the tunnel
And they go through the tunnel
and sits on the plane
and they sit on the plane.
and he's the loudspeaker when the plane nearly getting to the runway for takeoff.
So,
When it's about to get to the runway for takeoff.
yeah, then they say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying with British Airways.
When the plane is about to get to the runway for takeoff.
Yeah.
The loudspeaker will say,
The loudspeaker will say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying with British Airways. Please put your seatbelts on because we're just about to take off to Venice.
and then put the engines on. The pilot put the engines on.
Yep.
How?
But the engine is turned on anyway because they've made their way to the runway, haven't they?
Fly, and then gets it's in the air. When it's in the air, the loudspeaker will say,
So, please stay seated while the seatbelt signs are on.
yes.
And they will be coming round to serve drinks.
And
So she says to the dog, keep your seatbelt on, but what drink would you like?
Coke.
Oh, he wants Coke, does he?
Yeah. So then the loudspeaker will come out when the plane's about to land in Venice. When the plane's about to land in Venice, the loudspeaker will come up.
It says, ladies and gentlemen, please put your seatbelts back on because we started the descent to Venice.
When the plane has landed in Venice, the loudspeaker will come up.
Yeah.
When the plane is about to land in Venice, how Marisa will say to the dog?
She will say to the dog, the plane is we've just arrived at Venice, we need to get a taxi to the hotel.
Get a taxi, go through the tunnel. When he gets through the tunnel, how will say to the dog?
Then she would say, we need to get a taxi to get us to the hotel.
How will say to the taxi driver?
Please take me to Hotel Cosmopolitan. And he said, yes madam, we'll be there in 5 minutes.
When a taxi drivers are right at the hotel. There's how many
Winchester and
dog?
fucking fingers.
Hello,
When's the
first
trip
Jack.
to Winchester? What are you doing?
Take William out. Is football over then? Football over?
Yeah, we won 1-0.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, when a taxi driver arrives at the hotel in Venice, how will say to the dog? How Marisa will say to the dog?
The dog, she would say to the dog, we've arrived at the hotel, we're going to go and get a room key.
Arrives at 6 in the evening.
6 o'clock in the evening.
6 in the afternoon.
We need to go and put our bags in the hotel room, then we need to go and get dinner.
Arrives at 3 in the afternoon. 3 in the afternoon.
3 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Go to the 5th floor. Open the door in the 5th floor. How will say to the dog? the dog from the dog in the 5th floor. How? How will you say to the dog?
They will say, she will say, right, we're going to put our bags in and then we're going to go and get a taxi back to the hotel, to get back to the airport to get something to eat.
The reason goes a taxi driver. How? Hello?
Hello, taxi driver, we need to go back to the airport, to the restaurant.
And the taxi driver will say?
Yes, madam, it will only take 5 minutes.
And then the taxi driver gets to the 5th floor in the hotel, knocks on the door.
The taxi driver knocks on the door.
In the 5th floor, when my niece and the dog in the 5th floor, when they are in the 5th floor. Yes.
He knocks on the door and says your taxi is ready.
And open the door, man. Open the door. How open the door? How will you say to the taxi driver? How will you say to the dog when?
Who's saying this?
How will you say to the dog when the taxi driver is in the 5th floor? How Marisa will say to the dog? Marisa.
She will say to the dog that we are going out for dinner and you must be good and the taxi driver is here.
Gets to the airport, but then finish and go and when it's 2 in the morning, throws nails down the toilet and flush the toilet in the dark at 2 in the morning when Marisa is sleeping. When it's 3.
It's a very bad dog.
When it's 3 in the morning, it goes to the toilet, but it won't be able to how to use the toilet.
Yeah, so she gets up to use the toilet and notices that it's blocked, and she sees the nails, and she knows it's the dog, so she's very angry with the dog, so she said to the dog, we were going to stay 7 nights, but we're not going to stay any nights.
We have to go to the toilet.
Hello. What are you doing in London?
Taking William to go and get some food. This is Jack.
Jack's their name?
Huh?
What's the name?
Jack Colvin White.
I have to go to the toilet.
Right, no, hang on, I want to ask you something. Jack's birthday is the 7th of December, 1977. What day was he born?
Where was born? Where?
Southampton.
17th of December.
The 7th of December.
7th of December. 7th of December 1977.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Finish talking, Jack. Finish talking, Jack. Finish talking.
Yeah, he's got to see. I'm his nan. He's
My
not
nan.
see me.
Finish talking, please, Jack.
No, we'll do the story in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been today?
Oh my god, I've had a terrible week. It's been hectic. I've got somebody at work. She's only 45.
Christine.
So I've been in and out of hospital, sorting out.
Christine.
And then I forgot I was taking
Christine. Jack, finish talking. Finish talking.
Don't be rude.
Finish talking.
Oi, don't be rude.
Yeah.
We've watched a football game and we got back on the train. And I've got a party later at one of my mates' house.
Did you get your ticket?
You got it
on your phone now?
discount, yeah, we're back from it.
How much did it cost you for your ticket? Was it
It was about 20, I can't remember the exact amount, it's about 20 or just below 20 I think.
It's cheap.
Not too bad. How much was the family one?
The family one's 30 quid and the senior one's 30 quid, so I've just brought both. The senior one's for me, so I get a third off, right? But the family one, Bo and Isabel went to London. By buying that ticket and buying their ticket, so that was £188, right? It was still cheaper to buy that ticket and then buy the thing. So now you've got that for a year, you can travel to Bournemouth and everywhere.
Especially when, I'm going Eastleigh College now, so I have to get a train. So that would just save me so much money. Thank you very much. But I start work on Tuesday full time.
How's your leg?
So right now I've got an ankle brace on it.
Yeah.
I've been walking on it alright today, to be fair. It's not been
When your
awful.
dad said, don't tell me.
Yeah, I was the exact same. As soon as they did it, I was like, oh no.
Jack, I want you to finish talking. I want you to finish talking.
I'm finished
Very
talking.
rude, William.
Finish talking now.
No, not yet. In a minute.
I don't want you to talk.
No, I will finish your story if you're polite.
Please, please, I'm going to be polite.
Right, be polite then and just be patient.
Yeah.
You back off to 7th century?
No, we're going New Milton.
New Milton.
It's very late, isn't it?
I don't want you to talk,
Then I'll
Christine.
go home.
I don't want you to talk.
I do it about once every 2 months, take him out.
Christine,
Yeah.
I don't want you to talk.
I know you don't, but what did I say to you about being patient?
Yeah.
We will finish the story at 15:30. What's the time now? Yeah? Hang on, why is your... Oh, no, my clock says, sorry, we'll finish the story, right, at 10 minutes to 4.
In about how many minutes?
Will you have a look at your watch?
You look.
You look.
It's 3:38.
Yeah. And 3:50, we'll start the story again.
Yeah.
Alright, well, be patient then.
No, I've had alright day out. Yeah, we was in Borough Market for a bit.
No, that's where we've been.
Oh, was it?
Because he likes to go down there and have Argentinian food.
Yeah.
And then we come straight back. So we've been at Borough. It's bedroom down there today, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, it's so busy.
Did you have food?
One of the, no, we couldn't. I wanted my carrot cake again. And then we did get a donut, you know, the donut time, I think that's what it's called. It's like just off on like the street. Yeah. We got one of them. Yeah, and then we just decided to get the train back. We wasn't going to get the train back until about 6, but we decided we might as well just get on the train now. It's not much to do now.
Did you walk from Borough Market?
No. We got off at...
No necesitaba.
Where did we get off at? I can't even remember now. But we got back on at Borough Market. We got on the one just before Borough Market. Yeah, tubes. We did it with all tubes today. But we got a train up there, but we got the longer train because it was so much cheaper, even for them. Because it was cheaper for me with that thing. But for them, it was about £15 cheaper. Just it's about an hour and 10. But if we got the longer train, it was like 4. It was 3 hours, but it was about 14 quid. So they decided we'll just get the longer train instead and get up there. So I woke up at about 5:30.
I know.
Knackered. Still knackered. I shouldn't go to bed. All I'm thinking about is my bed in a minute. That sounds amazing.
Have you got enough money at the moment?
Yeah. And then so next week when I start work, I start on the Tuesday. On the Wednesday, my mum they go to Devon, to the caravan park, but for looking after their dogs, they're giving me 100 quid.
Right.
So I'll get that, and then they was going to give it to me early, but I said don't give it to me early because I'll just spend all of it. I don't want to waste it. I'm not trying to save it. I need to put more money into my savings towards that car and that.
You got money in the bank?
Yeah, I've got money in my bank. I've got money in savings as well. I just need to put more in there. I'm doing alright with saving money at the minute.
Where do you get the money from to save them?
In lockdown I brought like loads of stuff to make a shed in my gym. A gym in my shed. So I sold all of that. I got about 160. But then obviously getting up to the football ticket and then getting all the way back, that's about 50 quid a sale. And then just other stuff like food and that. So I've got about 110 there. I'll probably put about 50 in my savings, but my first paycheck isn't until the 5th of September. So I've got a whole month until I get paid. Yeah, every month. I've got like a time sheet. I called Dad the other day, they sent it to me. I was like, they just sent me something. I don't have any idea what they're talking about. I was so confused. I was looking at it. I had no idea what to do. So yeah, it's a time sheet. Every time you work, you've got to fill out like, what hours you've worked on that. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure once I just send them that every month, then they base that. But I think it's going to be a shock because at the minute until like the end of September, I'm going to be on like full pay, and then I'll start college, so I won't be working as many days and as many hours. So my pay's going to decrease quite a lot.
So how many days are you in college?
I think it starts off at 2 days. Second year it just goes down to 1 day. I'll be 4 days in my apprenticeship. But then
No.
It's not quite time yet.
Yeah, I got 8 minutes.
Jack's going to go at 10:02, I promise.
About how many minutes?
Huh?
About how many minutes?
7 minutes.
What's it?
7 minutes.
It's 3 now, it's 3:42.
And I said 3:50, didn't
Yeah. Why did the Jack Games, the white Jack Games?
I? Come and say hello, because I'm his nanny.
Why nanny? Because?
Because I am.
Because?
Well, because he's the son of my son.
Jack lives where?
He lives in Southampton near me.
Why came you to London?
to watch the football.
Went to watch football.
I want you to finish talking,
Yeah, what time did I say?
3:49.
No, 3:50.
Was it?
3:50.
Yeah, so
So you're going down the wall?
I do 3 years of college, but then normally when you do a plumbing, you got to get your gas license to do like boilers, and normally you have to pay. It's really expensive. But in my college course, they said it's literally the last year they're doing it. It's my year, and I'll get that just completely free. It just adds onto my course. So I'll do the 3 years, and the 4th year will be gas license. But they said after the 3rd year I can quit, but I won't. I can stop college and work full time, but I'll just do the gas.
No,
I'll have to pay for it further down the line either way. Either way, I'm going to have to do it.
Qualified, just don't.
Exactly, yeah. That is my aim.
We're going on the plan, I think it
He always spends longer when he's doing the bathrooms than he does anything else, and I know they're not particularly.
No, I've been watching those videos on it and all the stuff they say, so I'm so confused. I feel like it sent me ages to learn, but I think that's like any trade, even like electrician.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly. But I've got 4 years of doing it, so I should be able to learn that time anyway. I should be alright. I just can't wait to start working. I feel like it's because some days in my weeks off, I'll go out like 3 days. The other day I just sat at home. So at least I've got something to do. I'm working and I'm earning money as well. So it should be alright.
Nice, alright. Getting money at the same time as going to college.
Exactly. I don't know if Dad told you, but there was nearly a whole mess up of the thing. Oh, I was panicking so much. We were trying to look for other businesses, but I wasn't looking for others. Luckily, he messaged me back. He's like, yeah, their personal life has nothing to do with work, nothing to do with me anyway.
Which is good. I'm glad they think like that, isn't it?
When I need to fill some forms out for I've got like my last health and safety thing, and then like, I've got to fill out one for my bank details and that for my pay. And once that's all done, then I'm ready to start. That's it. I've got my work boots, I've got work shorts, and then after 3 months they give me work trousers. But that'll work out perfectly as well because that'll be near a winter. Yeah, he picks me up every morning. He lives in Sholin. Every morning and I'll get work t-shirts after 3 months because I think they do it like they don't really give me work t-shirts unless they know I'm not fully motivated to actually stay in plumbing.
I bet they have loads of people to start with.
Yeah. Well, they've got an apprentice at the minute and he started working for them. He quit and he'd done like 2 other trades, quit both of them and then came back to plumbing in the end. So easier than I mate was telling me anyway, he was like, oh yeah, like at the start the players were very good, but over time,
4 minutes.
over time it's fine. I'm quite nervous to start, I don't know why, I just got that nerve, I don't know what it's really going to be like. I know, work experience, every day I got back and just fell asleep, I was so tired every day. Nothing.
That's the thing, it's completely different to school. Even if you don't want to go,
yeah, exactly. Like, it's school if I wake up a bit late and get away with it, work.
But then you just think I'm getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only difference to school is I am getting paid. Alright, I'm going to go back to
Thank you. Because you'll be dead on the button there.
Bye.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
When my throws nerves down into the toilet when about 3 in the morning when Marisa wants to go to the toilet. If the dog from Lisbon, we're with Marisa at the hotel in Venice.
Yeah.
But at 3 in the morning when Marisa wants to go to the toilet, sees his dog has to go to the toilet in the entrance of the hotel. Yeah.
So she wasn't very happy, was she?
How could guess how say something to the entrance? Say somebody to the entrance. How would say?
So they would say we're going to the dog's blocked the toilet, so he's been
The toilet.
The toilet. I said the toilet.
Yeah.
And that he's a very bad dog. So I'm not going to stay for 7 nights. I'm going to go and take him back to Paris.
The dog from Lisbon is going to do that. Hotel in Venice.
Oh, he's in Lisbon now, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got to go back to Lisbon to his owner, isn't he?
After breakfast, Marisa will take the dog back to the airport in Venice.
Yeah.
First call the plumber. First is going to call.
Yeah, they have to call the plumber.
What time?
And it's gonna, well, at 3 o'clock in the morning when she realised that it was broken, and she had to pay for the plumber.
What are you going to call the plumber? What are you going to call the plumber?
3 o'clock in the morning.
Who?
The hotel manager.
Hello.
Yeah, so
Who's called the plumber? He speaks to the plumber. Hello.
the hotel manager picked up the phone and said hello to the plumber and said, please come and unblock the toilet because a naughty dog just put its nails down the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was that? The plumber will ask when was that?
And he said, when was that? I said, 2 o'clock this morning. In the morning when Marissa was sleeping.
In the dark at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And the plumber, how the plumber will say?
So that's a very bad dog. I'm not happy, but I'll come out and fix the toilet.
And the plumber writes to the hotel. How the manager will say to the plumber
They said it's on the top floor. The room's on the top.
In the 5th floor.
Oh, on the 5th floor, which is the top floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And?
It's room number 67.
Yeah, and?
Or 57. That's 67.
And?
Number 57. So
And?
he goes up in the lift and he knocks on the door, and Marissa answers, and she said, I'm ever so sorry about this, what the dog's done. And he comes in and he looks at the toilet. He can't believe how many nails there are on the toilet.
And?
And he said to the dog, you're a very bad dog.
And?
And so he unblocks the toilet.
And gives the plumber money.
Yeah, and Marissa had to pay all the money that they were going to use for their holiday for 7 nights to the plumber to unblock the toilet. And so she said to the dog, I've used all the money now because you've done this, so we're not staying.
They were going to stay 7 nights, no nights at all.
So we were going to stay 7 nights, but we're not staying any nights at all. I'm going to take you back to your owner.
They arrived at the airport in Venice.
Arrive at the airport in Venice. She says he's got to get on the plane on his own.
Is he?
Is he getting on the plane on his own?
Yes.
So she
He's the loudspeaker
she hears the loudspeaker.
for the flight to Lisbon.
Says, all passengers flying to Lisbon, please go to gate number 16. And so she takes him to gate number 16.
How we say to the dog when they're going through the tunnel?
She says, I'm going to take you to the gate and you're going to have to get on the plane on your own.
And leaves on the plane. How we say to the
So
dog?
she leaves him on the plane,
And?
and then he's sitting on the plane and he hears them saying, ladies and gentlemen, please put your seatbelt on, we're just about to take off to Lisbon.
How the man will say when the dog is on his own and Marisa left the dog on his own.
So he said,
Yes.
how would Marissa's, because she's already left the dog.
Left the dog on the plane, and
Yeah,
he goes up. The dog goes on his own.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the plane's just taken
when about to land, the loudspeaker come up, and the man will say to the dog,
The man will say, make sure you have your seatbelt on because we're just about to land in Lisbon.
when I have landed, the loudspeaker come up. I will say to
Say that all passengers can leave the plane now, and when the dog got off, his owner was waiting for him,
and
the owner said, you're a very bad dog, what you've done blocking that door.
get in.
Get in the car and I'm going to take you home and you're going to the kennel for 24 hours.
And then after 24 hours, how the owner will say to the dog,
Have you learned your lesson?
yeah.
And the dog says he has, so he said, okay, you can come out the kennels now.
Then what else will say to the dog? What else will say to the dog? What else?
Well, he made the dog promise he wouldn't do it again.
Then what the owner what else will say to the dog?
I'm not sure.
What about going to the hotel in Venice with Marisa?
Oh, he's allowed to go again, is he?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. So we're going to put him back on the plane on his own to meet Marissa back in Venice?
No. We're going to pick up the dog in Lisbon, the house in Lisbon.
So Marissa's flown all the way over.
Yeah. Rings the bell.
She knocks on the door.
Rings the bell. Rings the bell when the owner is upstairs and the dog in the kitchen downstairs next to the lounge. And the owner comes downstairs and goes in the lounge downstairs, look out the window.
Okay.
Rings the bell when.
So he rings the bell and the owner says, oh, who's that? So he goes downstairs and he looks out the lounge window.
Yeah.
He sees Marissa.
Yeah.
He says to the dog, Marissa's here. Come on, you need to go because you're going to Venice with Marissa.
Yeah. And they takes a taxi to the airport in Lisbon.
Yeah. So he gets in the taxi. He says, taxi driver, please take me to the airport. So the taxi driver says, yes, madam, we will. It will take 5 minutes. So they get to the airport.
The first half is going to how long is the flight from Lisbon to Venice? How long is the flight from Lisbon to Venice?
Lisbon to Venice.
How long is the flight from
About
Lisbon?
half an hour.
Half an hour. Half?
30 minutes.
How long is the flight from Lisbon to Venice?
Is it 30 minutes or 1 hour? What do you think?
30 minutes. 1 hour and 30 minutes.
1 hour and 30 minutes, okay.
You told me half an hour.
Well, I don't know how long it is. I've never been from Lisbon to Venice. I've only been from England to Venice.
You're going to take. He's the loudspeaker at the airport in Lisbon for the flight to Venice. The loudspeaker will come up. He's the loudspeaker inside the airport. How the loudspeaker will say?
I will say the flight to Venice is boarding now. Please get to gate 16.
And
So she says to the dog, come on, we better hurry up and get to the gate to board the plane.
goes
Go through the tunnel.
I sit on the plane, and the loudspeaker will come out when the plane nearly getting about to get to the runway for takeoff.
Yeah. And he said, please, ladies and gentlemen, make sure your seatbelts are on. We're just about to take off to Venice.
And
And we will be serving drinks once we're up in the air.
the pilot put engines.
And the what?
But the pilot put the engines.
Oh, yeah, he turns the engines on.
The pilot put the engines on.
Yeah.
It's up in the air. Then the loudspeaker will come up when the plane's about to land in Venice.
Do you like takeoff?
I cannot say.
Oh, right.
Then the loudspeaker will come up when the plane is about to land in Venice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your seatbelt back on because we are descending into Venice. And we will be arriving in 5 minutes.
When it lands, when it has landed in Venice, the loudspeaker will come up.
Yeah, so all passengers can leave the plane now. So Marissa takes the dog and says, come on, we better go and find a taxi to get to the airport.
The taxi from the airport to the hotel.
So it says to the taxi driver, please take me to the hotel.
And the taxi driver will say, and the taxi driver will say, and the taxi driver will say,
yes madam, it will take 5 minutes to get to the hotel. So she gets to the hotel and she goes to reception and she books in to the hotel and they give her another room on the 5th floor.
yeah,
So she says to the dog, we better get up to the 5th floor and put our bags into the room.
and then
then they drop off the bags and then she said, we need to go and have some dinner, so we're going to go back to the airport to the restaurant to get some dinner.
the dinner
Yeah, so they go downstairs.
downstairs every day for dinner, every day for lunch and dinner.
Well, the hotel,
The lunch in
at the airport.
and dinner at the airport every day.
Right.
Yeah,
Is that something you would like to do?
yeah, the dog wants to do.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, yes.
Why doesn't he want to go into the restaurant in the hotel then?
The restaurant and the restaurant in the airport. Yes,
All right, okay.
and
So they get in the taxi and they ask the taxi driver to take them back to the airport and they get out and Marissa goes to the restaurant and the dog sits down and Marissa goes and orders
the food and the coke.
food and the coke, and while she's ordering the food and the coke the dog disappears and he throws the Fisher Price.
No.
Oh, he's not doing that now then.
It's a dog from Paris at the airport in Rome.
Right. So the dog behaving himself now.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for that.
And it's all in the food and the coke at the airport in Venice.
Yeah.
Every day for lunch and also dinner.
Yeah. 7 days.
Yes.
So they have a really nice holiday then.
Yeah,
And the
but-
dog really behaves himself. So then after 7 days they're going to go back to Lisbon to take the dog back. So she gets a taxi and asks the taxi to take her back to the airport. And
Yeah.
they go through the tunnel and they say that they're boarding the plane
Yeah.
back to Lisbon. So she gets on the plane with the dog
Yeah.
and it says
Yeah.
it announces that everyone must put their seatbelt on.
Yeah.
The plane's just about to take off. So the plane takes off, the engines are turned on and the plane takes off.
Yeah.
And then they have a nice flight home and then the announcement says that they are just about to descend into Lisbon, but please put your seatbelts on. So they do that. And then they get off the plane and they get another taxi, say please take me to the dog's home.
The dog will go by car. The owner will be driving.
Oh, the owner's waiting for him, is he?
Yes.
Okay, well she meets the owner at the airport
In Lisbon.
in Lisbon and
Yes.
and she tells the owner what a good dog he's been.
They also talk about the dog from.
And he's very, very happy. So we're going to stop there for a minute. We're going to have a rest.
How long do we have a rest? How
We'll
long?
have a rest for 1 hour.
For 20 minutes.
For 1 hour.
We done the first story, then the second story, then the third.
Oh my God, we can't do all of them.
Do
We
the.
won't get them all done today.
You see?
We won't get them all done today. They're long stories. But we're going to have a rest now. Okay?
Motorbike. Mobile bank.
30 minutes. Move my bag.
Mobile bank.
It's here, isn't it? It's in the top thing. Don't be silly. You can charge your phone. Oh, very impatient.
What time we do the second story?
30 minutes.
Well, you told me 1 hour. You told me 1 hour.
Yeah, we're 30 minutes, and then we'll do one more story before we get off. But we won't be able to do 3 because we'll be back in.
We do the second, then the third one. Second one, and then third one.
No, I don't think we'll have time to do.
We have got to do the. We have to have time to do the third one.
No, I don't think we will, William. We'll see how it goes anyway.
Got
See
it.
how it
Ở bên nó lấy quên vô quay đây ra nha nha cái gì ra nó biết rồi gì đâu quay đây tôi luôn ôi bó đúng rồi này no, no sé. No. What time we do the second story? What time we do the second story?
30 minutes, didn't I?
What time? Check what time it is. What time is it? What time is it?
Say at
4?
40.
4?
22.5.
4?
40.
414?
440.
What's going on is Hallelujah. No. Che vedivo, yeah, the dog. They went
I'm going to the toilet.
bueno, in serie televisión no son
What's your bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put it, that's it. I was going to say, don't put it in the walkway. Just put your over
Ai nó lấy quanh rồi. Nó con nhóc với quanh rồi. Đau vô. Dĩ thôi đi đâu tôi lấy quanh này. Suy quét để ra gió. Với gió phải quay đi gió. Ui nó ra đây. Gió. Ôi trời ơi. Pero lo tenemos.
a different seat in a minute because we're in the wrong part of the train.
We do go now, go now.
Now?
Yeah, we go now to another seat, yes. Yes. Yes.
16:22.
We're going now to sit in another seat, we go now, please. We'll go.
Take your bag.
You take it back, you take it back. You take it back, you take it back. You take it back.
7.
Take my bag, please.
Let me go first.
Yeah, we go, go.
Sorry.
You've got 20 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my God, Chrissy!
Where are you going?
Yeah.
We're in the wrong part of the train.
Oh, where are you going to?
Are you Milton?
Oh, Chrissy, take care. Take care.
I don't know which seat. I don't know which seat.
Is somebody sitting there today?
So you saw that option one morning,
I want to do the story now, please.
No, in a minute.
We say? We say?
In a minute.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm texting
To who? To who?
my friend.
What's your friend called?
You were sat.
What's your friend called?
My friend's called Shabana.
Was he?
I think we might have to get off at Southampton station and change trains.
Why?
Because it's not saying it's going to.
Was he?
It's not saying it's going to Milton.
Southampton Airport, Southampton Central, Brockenhurst,
And then
Bro-
Bournemouth. So we'll have to get off at Central and see if we can get another train.
We get off in Winchester. We get off in Winchester.
No, I'm not getting off in Winchester.
Where he goes? Where he goes?
Because it's better to get off at Southampton station and then get a train from there. More trains there than there is in Winchester.
The next station is Winchester. Winchester. This train is for Weymouth. The next station is Southampton Airport Parkway.
No.
Hang on, I'm just trying to find a train first.
This part of the train is for Southampton Airport Parkway, Southampton Central, Brockenhurst, Bournemouth, Branksome, Parkstone, Poole, Hamworth, Wareham, Dorchester South and Weymouth.
What are you doing?
Trying to find a train.
I cannot. It won't come up. It won't come up. It won't come up.
Yeah, it's coming.
Porque no. It's not coming up.
No, it's not because of the internet.
It's 4:57 now. It's 4:57 now.
Yeah. So frustrating.
Why is it not internet? Why is it not internet? Why is it not internet?
I don't know because it's not a very good signal on this train.
No hay.
We're on the train.
Yeah.
You just get off at Southampton Central.
Now it's 4:38 now.
Is that an iPhone?
iPhone, mobile phone.
Yeah, what type of mobile?
More is a
Samsung.
no. It's mobile phone, not Samsung. Not Samsung.
It's not a Samsung, is it an iPhone?
Redmi.
Oh,
Now it's 4:38 now.
we'll do the story just for a little while before we get off.
From Paris, we'll be at the airport in Rome with Marisa.
Okay.
They pick us up the dog in the house in Paris.
So she's picking the dog up in Paris. So she goes to Paris. And she
The owner is upstairs. When it's upstairs, Marisa is up ringing the bell.
yeah.
How the owner will say by himself
Yeah,
upstairs.
say, oh, who's ringing the bell? So he goes downstairs. and he has
In the lounge, window lounge.
Yeah, hang on, I haven't got there yet.
Yeah.
So he goes and has a look out the lounge window to see who it is, and he goes, oh, it's Marissa. So he goes and tells the dog
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen. That
Before
Marissa-
opening the door, before opening the door.
Yeah, before opening the door and say, Marissa is here at the front door. Come on, hurry up. Because you've got to go on holiday with Marissa.
Yeah, I open the door.
And he opens the door and he says, hello Marissa, the dog is ready. So Marissa takes the dog and gets into the taxi and says, please take me to the airport
In Paris.
in Paris.
How the taxi driver in Paris is.
And the taxi driver says, yeah, we can be there in 5 minutes.
When it gets to the airport, how Marisa and the taxi driver will say to the dog.
Marissa will say to the taxi driver, please take me. Oh, when they get there.
Yes, how both said to the dog, Marisa and the taxi driver.
So the taxi driver says, have a lovely holiday, you two.
Yeah,
To Marissa and to the dog.
and they get off the taxi.
They get out of the taxi, they pay the taxi driver.
It goes inside. They wait for 2 hours for the flight.
They wait 2 hours for the flight.
And you go
there's an announcement.
before the announcement comes up, go to have a coke and something to eat at the airport in Paris.
Oh.
Before taking the flight to Rome.
So I think they had a chocolate brownie and a Coke.
Yeah. Then after 2 hours, an announcement will come up.
Yeah.
Is
And
it?
The announcement says, ladies and gentlemen, anyone wishing to board the flight to Rome, please make your way to gate 14.
How Marisa would say to the dog?
You should say, come on, we better hurry up because we don't want to miss the flight.
It goes through the tunnel and sits
So
down.
Go through the tunnel and they sit down on the plane.
And the announcement comes up when the plane is about to get to the runway for takeoff. And the announcement comes up when the plane is nearly about to get to the runway for takeoff.
Yep, so they're sitting on the plane and there's an announcement that says, ladies and gentlemen, the plane to Rome is just about to take off. Please make sure your seatbelts are on and enjoy the flight.
And the pilot put the engines on.
And he puts the engines on.
How the engines will do?
They're roaring.
How?
How? Because he's put them on and they're big engines.
How big
So
is
the
it?
engines make big noise.
How?
Well, I don't know how they make a noise.
I'm going to be up in the air, then the
Yeah.
loudspeaker will come up.
And then they get up in the air and then the loudspeaker says, ladies and gentlemen, you can take your seatbelts off and the stewardesses will be coming round with some drinks.
And?
So Marissa asked the dog, what drink do you want? And he wanted a Coke.
The Coco, when the plane's about to land, the announcement will come up.
Yeah, and they say, ladies and gentlemen, the plane is starting to descend into Rome. Please make sure you have your seatbelts on. And so she tells the dog to put his seatbelt on, and the plane lands.
The announcement come up.
And then they get off the plane, and they go through another tunnel, and then she
The
tells
next
the dog
station is Southampton Airport Parkway. Please
said
mind
that
the
they've
gap.
got to take. Said we've got to get off, and we've got to get a taxi to the hotel.
How to say to the taxi driver?
He said, please can you take us to the Hotel Continental? And he said, yes madam, it's only 5 minutes away.
I guess that when they arrive at the hotel, how Marisa and the taxi driver will say to the dog, how both say to the dog when the taxi driver arrives at the hotel in Rome.
So they arrive at the hotel in Rome and she pays the taxi.
How both say to the dog?
Well, and he says to the dog, you must be very good on this holiday and enjoy your holiday.
This is
arrives-
Southampton Airport
arrives-
Parkway. This
arrives-
train is for Weymouth. The next station is Southampton Central.
Arrives at the hotel 9 in the morning. 9 in the morning.
9 in the morning.
And then after, when it's approaching lunch, when it's lunchtime, taxi driver arrives at the 5th floor at the hotel in Rome and knock on the door.
Yeah.
It's part of the train
Marie.
is for Southampton Central, Brockenhurst, Bournemouth, Branksome,
Yeah, so he
Parkston,
knocks on the door and says, your
Hamworth,
taxi's ready,
Wareham,
madam.
Dorchester South,
How will say
and
to the dog?
Weymouth.
And said, come on, we're going to go for lunch
At
at
the
the airport. So they get in the taxi and they get out and they go and order some lunch. So when she's ordering the lunch,
Is it good?
the Coke,
The dog from Paris going to drop the Fisher Price from the
yeah,
road.
he wanders off, the dog wanders off, and then he gets hold of the Fisher Price and he drops it.
The Fisher Price off the boys.
Of the boys, yeah.
And
And it broke,
it's going to break.
yeah, in 100 pieces.
And the boys will hear. the boys and the mother they were here,
Yeah, they weren't very happy, were they?
and then who's going to tell Marisa?
I think the mother of the boy is going to tell Marissa.
How is going to tell?
And she said, I'm very angry that dog is broken.
How?
What do you mean?
How the boys and the mother would tell her?
Well, they will walk up to her. While she was buying the
Hello. I'm going to tell you and let you know that the dog has done
broken my son's Fisher Price toy.
Fisher Price record player.
Oh, it's the record player, is it?
Yeah. Hello. Say to Marisa like this. Hello, I'm coming to tell you, and I'm coming to tell you that the dog, the dog.
Chrissy.
Have you lost him?
Yeah, we've lost Jack and Dan.
I'm coming to tell you that the dog.
We've got to find them again.
The dog.
Pardon?
They will say you're going to let Marisa know that the dog has that the dog is because the dog is going to do that.
So Marissa wasn't very happy. She didn't know that dog was going to do it, did she?
You're going to say who's going to let Marisa know?
The mother of the boy went up to Marissa and said, excuse me, does that dog belong to you? And she said yes, and she says, I'm not very happy because the dog was thrown my son's toy, my Fisher Price
record player, and
off of the balcony and
to the escalator
and broken it into 1,000 pieces.
When they just arrived at the hotel in Rome for at 9 in the morning to stay 7 nights, and Marisa is on the food and the coke at the airport in Rome at 12 midday.
Yeah, and she says we were going to stay 7 nights, but we're not anymore. We're going to, because we've got to pay for the record player.
Yeah.
And all our money's got to pay for the record player, so you're going to have to go back to Paris to your owner.
Yeah. And the loudspeaker will come up inside the airport in Rome.
Yeah.
How loudspeaker will say inside the airport in Rome.
So the loudspeaker
for the flight to Paris.
Yeah. Everybody wishing to board the plane to Paris, please go to gate number 10. And so Marissa takes the dog to gate number 10 and puts the dog on the plane. And then there's an announcement to say to put your seatbelts on because the plane is just about to take off. And so the dog does that and the plane takes off.
Yeah.
And then there's another announcement to say that the dog, we've got to get off the next stop, William. The dog's going to arrive
at the airport in Paris.
In Paris. So when the dog gets off,
how the stewardess will say to the dog when the plane has landed in Paris? How the stewardess will say?
Tell them about how naughty.
How?
So I understand you've been a very naughty dog.
A naughty dog?
Yeah.
Why? Why? How would we say to the dog? How would we say to the dog?
Hang on, we've got to get on. We'll have to finish this story when we get on the next train.
Get off now. You're wrong.
Don't fart and then run off.
Hold my bag, hold my bag. Hold my bag, please. Hold my bag. Hold my bag.
Okay.
Undo the...
See?
Undo that because we're getting off.
Everyone's struggling.
Put it in the bag, please. Put it in the bag. Christine, put it in the bag.
Station is Southampton Central.
Oh, really?
Please mind the gap.
Oh, we're Southampton Central.
Like when you go to the bus, number 3.
Leave on first. We got that. No worries.
No, how put it back on the plane to Paris, from Rome to Paris, from Rome to Paris. From Rome to Paris. From Rome to Paris.
Yeah, so where are we?
Rome
He
from
got back on the plane, didn't he? And he was just getting off the plane.
Please buy a ticket before getting on the train.
And then the owner
Otherwise,
was
you may have to
waiting
pay a penalty fare.
for him. The
Ah.
owner was waiting.
airport in Paris. Going to get in the car.
And
Get in the
he
car.
said, get in the car. I'm very angry.
It goes to the 24 hours by dropping the Fisher Price from the balcony to the escalator. At the airport in Rome, Fisher Price of the boys. Marisa ordering the food. Marisa ordering the food.
Yeah,
At the cook at the airport in Rome, midday. Yes.
yeah.
Then when 24 hours goes past, how the owner will say to the dog? How the owner will say to the dog?
The owner will say to the dog, I'm very, very unhappy about what you've done, and you're going to have to go back into your kennel for 24 hours.
When 24 hours goes past, how will we say to the dog? When 24 hours is up.
When the 24 hours is up, so you can come out now, but you have to promise to be really good.
Then Marisa rings the bell in the house in Paris. It's again at the house in Paris again.
Yep, so she rings the bell, and the owner's upstairs, and the dog is in the kitchen.
How will we say? How will we
the
say
owner-
by himself upstairs?
He'll
How?
go, oh, the bell's ringing, so he goes down to the
How?
bell.
What else will we say by
He
himself?
says he thinks, I think that might be Marissa.
Goes down the window lounge.
Went down to the lounge
Yes.
and looked through the window and saw that it was Marissa.
How will we say to the dog before opening the door?
So he went to the kitchen and said, Marissa's here now to take you on holiday. So he got the dog and he opened the door and said, hello Marissa, nice to see you.
Get in the taxi get in the taxi.
Yeah, is that better not being that blooming one that we were meant to
No, it's not.
catch?
Get in the taxi. Arrives at the airport in Paris.
I've
he,
just seen where this is going.
he,
Oh, it terminates.
he's the announcement at the airport in Paris for the flight to Rome.
Yeah, so Marissa gets in the taxi and they say, and he says to the taxi driver, please take me to the airport in Paris. So they go all the way to the airport in Paris, and she gets out the taxi, pays the taxi driver, and the taxi driver's really happy. So, and he says,
How about
have a nice holiday, you two. So they go into the airport.
how the call guys having to drink?
They've got an hour before the flight, so they have.
After 2 hours, the announcement comes up inside the airport.
Chocolate muffin.
After 2 hours, the announcement comes up
Oh, it's 2
inside.
hours.
After 2 hours, the announcement will come up. The announcement will come up inside the airport in Paris. Inside the airport in Paris for the flight to Rome. How the announcement will come up?
The announcement come up to say, anybody boarding the flight to Rome,
Yeah.
please go to gate number 9. So she says to the dog, we better hurry up because we don't want to miss the plane. So they go there, get on the plane, and then there's an announcement that says, please put your seatbelts on because the plane is just about to take off. So then the pilot turns the engines on.
Goes over there.
And it goes up in the air really fast.
The announcement will come up. The announcement will come up when the plane is about to land in Rome.
Yeah, and then there's another announcement that says, ladies and gentlemen, we are just descending into Rome. Please make sure your seatbelts are on. And the plane lands. So she says to the dog, come on, we better hurry up because we need to get a taxi to the hotel. So they go through the tunnel again and they get to the hotel.
Say to the taxi driver.
Hang on, I've got to answer the phone.
You see?
Hello? I've just got to Southampton. I've got to get
Actually, we don't know where we don't know where in the future.
Yeah, because the train didn't go all the way through to New Milton, so...
Service to Cardiff Central via Salisbury, calling at Romsey, Salisbury,
You're out on the road?
Westbury, Trowbridge, Bradford-on-Avon,
Where are you then?
Keynsham, Bristol Temple Meads, Milton Abbey Wood, Seven Tunnel Junction.
By the time you get here, the train will be here, won't it? My car's over there
This
anyway,
train
isn't it?
has
So...
5 carriages. Train stops in zones 6 to 2, first class accommodation. Out in zones 6 and 4, cycle spaces in zone 5.
Yeah, why not?
Y ya estamos. Y bueno, yo no sé.
Okay.
You go doesn't know which.
Okie dokie. Don't give me a hot one though, will you? Don't do hot. I'll put the butter chicken or sander or whatever. Whatever's similar to it.
Christine! Christine!
Okay, bye.
Christine!
Okay, will do. Bye.
Who phoned?
My husband. And you can't be rude when other people are on the phone. You have to be patient.
When the announcement comes out when the plane's about to land in Rome.
The plane's landed in Rome.
And the announcement.
And she said, we better hurry up off the plane.
Takes the taxi out to the taxi driver.
Taxi. So she gets in the taxi and says, can you take us to the hotel, the Grand Hotel in Rome?
How
And the taxi driver says, yes madam, it will take 5 minutes to get there. So they get in the taxi and they get to the hotel and they go in to reception and they book in and say that they have a room booked. And so they said, yes madam, you're on the 5th floor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they go and she says to the dog, we don't go and put our bags up because I think we're going to have lunch and dinners at the airport.
You're going to stay 7 nights. They're going to arrive.
So we're going to stay 7 nights.
They're going to arrive at the hotel at 9 in the morning.
I don't know what train this is.
Are you going to Wales? Wales. Cardiff Central.
Just looking.
Cardiff Central.
Yeah, that's where we are now.
Yes. Nobody knows what to do.
I think it's the next train is ours.
Yeah.
So anyway, they've arrived at the hotel.
9 in the morning.
9 in the morning.
Yeah. And then when it's non-stop, when it's midday, the taxi driver knocks on the door in the 5th floor.
They arrived on the 5th floor.
And
They put their bags away and everything. They had a little bit of a rest. And then she said it's lunchtime, so we're going to go and get a taxi to the airport to go and have lunch.
yeah, arrive.
So she goes down to this taxi to the newspapers to the airport and to go and have lunch. So the taxi driver said yes, we'll be there in 5 minutes.
Arrive at the airport and hear all the announcements. Inside the airport in Rome.
They ring the announcements, but they're having lunch.
While they're having lunch, they hear all the announcements.
All the announcements are telling you that the planes are going.
Yeah, yeah.
But she says to the
Yeah. Then they go back to the hotel. When they go back to the airport for dinner. Yeah. Yeah. And then the taxi driver will knock on the door on the 5th floor. All the lights speakers inside the airport. How many shall we say? We're going here for dinner, to have dinner at the airport. When someone nice goes past, they go back to in Rome.
So the next train
Yeah. Yeah.
They go to gate number 16 and they get on the aeroplane. And then there's another announcement that says that the flight is just about to take off.
Yeah.
And these bells on, so the bells off, and the pipe turns the engine on, and then the engine door is pulled out, and the train turns off.
Yeah.
And while they're on the plane,
Yeah.
And then after a while, there's another announcement that says that the flying is just about
Like this.
flight is just about
Like Paris.
in
Paris.
Paris. So they get off the plane and then they call a taxi and say, please take us to the dog's house so she can.
Get in the car, get in the car.
The owner's turned up, is he?
Yes.
Oh, well, the owner's turned up and says, how was the holiday? And Marissa
On his own.
oh, the dog goes home on its own. But he tells, Marissa does tell the owner that the dog has been very, very good.
How the owner will say,
And the owner
before getting in the car,
said, well done for being so good. And when you get home, I'm going to give you a big bone for a present for being so good.
we do about the dog from Rome at the airport in Paris with Marisa.
We just done that.
We had it, now we have to do, now it's going to be the third story.
What's the third story?
The first story about the dog from Rome at the airport in Paris with Marisa.
So they go from Rome to Paris.
They fix up the dog at the house in goes to a house in Rome, pick up the dog to go to Paris, to go to a hotel in Paris to stay 7 nights. Yeah, it rings the bell at the house in Rome.
Okay, so Marissa goes to the house in Rome.
No. Yes.
And the owner is upstairs, and the owner says, oh, I think that might be Marissa. So he comes downstairs,
It goes
and hang on, he has a look through the lounge window,
well when the dog is in the kitchen.
yeah, and he sees that it was Marissa, so then he goes to the kitchen, and he gets the dog, and says, come on, Marissa's here to take you on holiday. So he opens the door, and Marissa takes the dog, and gets in the taxi, and asks the taxi driver to the airport in Paris.
Rome.
Oh, in Rome. Yeah, sorry. We're in Rome now. And then they go to the airport. It's 2 hours before the plane's going. So they had a coat.
They're going to have a coke and something to eat.
Yeah, well, Marissa has a black tea, and the dog has a coke, and they both have a chocolate muffin.
They hear all the announcements, all the loudspeakers.
Yeah, so they hear on the announcements.
All the announcements, all the loudspeakers. We hear all the
loudspeakers, yeah. So
they're going to hear all the loudspeakers.
yeah, they've heard it, and it says everybody flying to Paris today is going to gate number 24. So
After 2 hours, the announcement of how we say to the dog.
So it says to the dog, hurry up because we need to get to gate 24 to board the plane. We don't want to be late because the plane will take off without us.
He goes inside the plane. Inside the plane, the announcement will come up.
So they go inside the plane, and the announcement says, ladies and gentlemen, please put your seatbelts on, the plane is just about to take off. So she tells the dog to put the seatbelt on, she does.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the pilot turns the engine on, and the plane takes off into the sky. And then they sit on there for an hour and a half, and then suddenly there's another announcement saying, put your seatbelts back on because we're just about to land in
Paris.
So they do that, and the plane lands mostly in Paris,
Yeah.
and then they go to the taxi break, Continental. So he says, yes, madam, we'll be there in 5 minutes. So we go to Continental.
I arrived at 9 in the morning. 9 in the morning.
9 in the morning.
I go to the 5th floor.
The room, and they're on the 5th floor, and they go up to their room, and they have a little bit of bread, and Marissa said, we are going to go and have lunch at the airport.
The taxi, when it's midday, the taxi driver knocks on the door in the 5th floor.
Taxi driver.
Marisa has opened the door. How do you say to the door? Dog. Then Marisa opened the door. The door for the taxi driver.
So she opens the door and says, driver's here. It's lunchtime.
How both you say to the dog? How both you will say to the dog?
And we say to the dog, come, you better be good, we're off for lunch.
Arrives, but and when at midday, when it's all in the food and the dog from Rome is going to drop the CD player of the lady from the library to the escalator at the airport in Paris. Yes.
So Marissa's busy ordering the food for lunch, and she hears a big crash. And then this lady comes up to her and says, excuse me madam, is that your dog? Because he's just dropped my CD player from the balcony to the escalator and crashed it into 1,000 pieces. It's going to cost you a lot of money.
Yeah.
So Marissa gets
calling at Brockenhurst, New Milton, Christchurch, Folkestone for Boston, and Bournemouth, where the train separates. Please travel in front of 5 carriages from the train for Poole, Hamworthy, Wareham, Milton, Dorchester South, Upway, and Weymouth.
and now we're not going to stay for any nights.
Because why? Why no night at all?
Because we're having to give it all our money to the lady to pay for her CD player.
New CD player.
And to buy her a new CD player.
Yes.
Yes. So she says we've got no money to our holiday, so we're going to have to go back to Rome.
Here's an announcement. It says the airport, how the announcement will come up. How will say to the dog?
So she took the dog back to the airport in Paris.
They will be all in the food. All the...
New Milton, Christchurch, Folkestone for Boston, and Bournemouth, where the train separates. Please travel in front of 5 carriages to the train for Court, Hamworthy, Holton Heath, Wareham, Milton, Dorchester South, Upway, and Weymouth. Please travel in the back 5 carriages to the train for Branksome, Parkston, and Poole. Some stations have short platforms. If you are travelling to New Milton, you will need to travel in front of 5 carriages of the train.
We've got to go to the front 5, we might as well go down here.
I don't know which one, I don't know where it is, I don't know where is it? I don't know which one.
9 carriages of the train. Train stops in zone 742, first class zone 7 and 6.
No,
Behind.
I don't know where to say it.
Yeah, hang on, I'm just seeing what carriage this is. Yeah, we'll go down.
Yes.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, fit it, sort it.
Where does it?
Have been sold by uniform and plainclothes revenue protection teams. If you do not hold a valid ticket for this train, you may be issued with a minimum penalty fare of £100 or face prosecution.
No.
Everybody, is that in there, see?
Bueno, they keep that. Porque no put the dog back in the plane. Rome.
So the dog's been sent back on the plane,
Yes, and
and there's an announcement to say that the plane was landing, so put your seatbelts on. So the dog did that, and then when he got off, his owner was waiting for him, and he said, "I'm very, very angry with you for what you've done."
they get in the car in Rome.
Yeah, get in the car because I'm taking you back home, and you're going in the kennels for 24 hours.
Thereafter, when 24 hours is up, how the owner say?
The owner says you can come out now. Marissa will be coming to pick you up in a minute. So
When?
in 10 minutes.
After the 24 hours, when 24 hours is gone past, how the owner will say? The
Well,
24
Marissa, the owner's told the dog he can come out, but he's got to be good. And then Marissa goes to the house,
rings the bell.
the owner's upstairs and the dog's in the kitchen.
Downstairs, next to the lounge downstairs.
So the owner goes and looks out the window and says, "Oh yes, it is Marissa." So he says to the dog, "Come on, we've got to go." So he opens the door and Marissa takes the dog in the taxi and says to the taxi driver, "Please take me to..."
Good afternoon, it's Scott speaking and welcome on board the South Western Railway service to Poole and Weymouth. We're calling at Brockenhurst, New Milton and Christchurch, Folkestone and Bournemouth. At Bournemouth, this 10-coach service will divide. The front 5 coaches will then call at Poole, Hamworthy, Holton Heath, Wareham, Morton and Dorchester South of Weymouth. The rear 5 coaches that they'll be calling at Branksome, Parkstone and Poole. Do have some short platforms between here and Bournemouth as well, so if there's anybody on board for New Milton, please ensure you're in the front 5 coaches only. Anybody on board from Christchurch, that's the front 7 coaches only please. And anyone from Folkestone, that's the front 9 coaches only. That's due to short platforms at those stations, so we can't open the doors in the other coaches. Safety information is displayed throughout the train, and please ensure you keep all personal belongings with you at all times. If you do notice anything suspicious, please notify myself, any other member of railway staff, or you can text the British Transport Police on 61016. If you do need my assistance, currently in coach 6 of this 10-coach service, I'm going to be taking a walk towards the back of the train. So once again, South Western Railway service to Poole and Weymouth. That next station is Brockenhurst.
Take the taxi to the airport in Rome.
Yep, so they take the taxi to the airport.
When the taxi driver arrives at the airport in Rome, how both will say to the
They
dog?
will say, "Dog, you must be very good on this holiday." And the taxi driver says, "Have a lovely time, both of you."
Get off and goes inside the airport. How will say to the dog? How Marisa will say to the dog inside the airport?
So we've got 2 hours to wait before the flight. So we're going to have a drink and a drink of Coke and a bag of crisps.
And a chocolate brownie.
Oh, and a chocolate brownie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they eat that and they drink a drink and then
They hear all the loudspeakers. It's about the planes,
all the loudspeakers are going
about the flights,
about different flights.
different flights.
But then eventually there's a loudspeaker that says all the people flying to Paris,
Yeah.
please go to gate number 5. So they go.
How will you say to the dog?
So she says to the dog, we've got to go now, it's time to get on the flight. So they
Go through the tunnel.
They go through the tunnel and they get on the flight, and then there's an announcement on the flight to say, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure your seatbelts are secure because the flight is going to take off soon. So then the pilot turns the engine on
Yeah.
and
And?
it makes a big roaring sound, and then the aeroplane takes off into the sky.
And then the announcement got up.
And then the announcement come off saying you can now take your seatbelts off, and the stewardesses will be coming round to offer drink.
Why did you take the seatbelt off? Why did you take the seatbelt off?
They can take it off when they're up in the sky. It's only if there's turbulence then they have to put it back on, or when they're landing or taking off.
Yeah.
So they took the seatbelt off. And
Why did you take the seatbelt off? Why did you take the seatbelt off?
So they can relax.
Relax with the seatbelt on.
Oh, you want them to have the seatbelt on, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, well they keep it on then.
The stewardess will come in for a drink of Coke and chocolate brownies.
Yeah.
How Marisa will say to the dog?
I said, would you like a drink of Coke and a chocolate brownie? And the dog was very happy then.
Yes, I'm going to have it.
Yeah, and the dog says yes, he's going to have it. And so they enjoy that, and then there's an announcement to say, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that your seatbelts are secure because we are going to be descending into Paris. So the plane lands, and Marissa said, come on dog, we better hurry because we need to get a taxi to the hotel.
It goes through the tunnel.
We're gonna stay at the hotel for 7 nights.
How Marisa will say to somebody inside the airport in Paris? How?
To the taxi driver?
How will say to the man?
What man?
To the man.
Which man are we talking about?
Inside the airport.
Oh, says I've got to get a taxi, I've got to hurry.
How will say to the taxi driver?
And she says, please take us to the Hotel Continental. And the taxi driver says, yes ma'am, we'll be there in 5 minutes.
Arrives at at the hotel at 9 in the morning.
So they arrive there at 9 in the morning.
How the boss will say to the dog?
So Marissa goes up and checks into the hotel, and they give her a key, and they're on
fifth
floor.
Yes.
Yeah, they're on the 5th floor. So she goes and puts all her bags in. They have a little bit of a rest, and then she says, "Oh, it's lunchtime, so we're going to go." Goes downstairs to go to the ground floor and going to wait for the taxi driver. Yeah.
When they're at the ground floor, the taxi driver goes inside the hotel. How will say both to the dog? How they're going to say both to Marisa and the dog from Rome?
Well, she says we're going to go for lunch at the airport, and you have to be good this time because we want to be on holiday for 7 nights.
It arrives at the airport in Paris from midday. How Marisa and the taxi driver will say to the dog, both to the dog.
Well, they both said be very good and enjoy your lunch.
Goes inside the airport. When Marisa is on the food and the coke at the airport in Paris, is it midday or there will be all the they're going to hear other announcements for different flights.
Yes, the dog sits there very good and
The-
listens to all the announcements of the flight.
But when both when Marisa and the dog having lunch, they both hear the loudspeakers for all the different flights.
Yes, they do, yeah.
How will you say to the dog?
She says, oh, we're not going on the flights because we're staying here for 7 nights in the hotel.
And we are at the airport having lunch.
And we're at the airport having lunch. And then we're going to come back and we're going to have lunch and dinner at the airport every day for 7 days.
What I dinner at the airport in Paris.
So they're going to have dinner at 6 o'clock in the evening.
The taxi driver go inside the hotel, going to be in the ground floor. How will say? How the taxi driver will say?
The taxi driver dropped him off after lunch and said, I'll pick you up again at 5:30 and I'll come and knock on your door to tell you I'm here.
Then it comes out and knock on the door. Knock on the door, open the door. The door. Hello?
And Marissa said, oh, hello, you're here to pick us up. So he says, yes, madam, I am. So,
How will say to the dog?
So he says, come on, dog, we're going out for dinner now. For a lovely dinner.
Go. And they take the taxi. What time will pick up the dog? What time will pick up the dog? And Marisa?
5:30.
What time arrive?
Because they're going to have dinner at 6 o'clock.
And arrive at the airport. How both will say to the dog when the taxi driver arrives at the airport in Paris? How Marisa and the taxi driver will say to the dog, both to the dog.
Be good. Don't do anything naughty.
And the taxi driver gets off the taxi, and the taxi driver goes. How will we say to the dog, to Marisa and the dog, when they go to the airport in Paris, when you get to the airport in Paris for dinner?
So she says, right, I'm going to order food, but you've got to sit there and be good and listen to the announcements and just wait for your food.
When they're having dinner, they will hear all the loudspeakers for different flights.
Yeah.
How will say to the dog while they're having dinner at the airport in Paris? How will say to the dog?
So they would say that we're having.
How will you say
She
to
says
the
we're not going on any of those flights because we're here for 7 nights.
Because we're here.
Yeah, we're here having a holiday for 7 nights, and the dog was good all week. He didn't do anything wrong.
And then we got here. Why they having dinner? They hear all the loudspeakers for inside the airport in Paris for different flights. How will we say to the dog?
Hang on, I'm just trying to see.
I feel from the sound I think Sophie would be good as well.
Stations.
Brokenness. How will we say to the dog when both hear the loudspeaker for the flight?
She says, come on, we better hurry up our flights.
When they hear all the loudspeakers for different flights when they're having dinner.
Oh right, when they're having dinner, she's just telling him that we're not flying today
Because
we're here on holiday.
and we here at the airport in Paris for dinner.
Yeah, that's it.
Then the taxi driver goes to the airport in Paris, pick up Marisa and dog.
Yeah.
How will we say to dog? How will we say to dog?
Goes and picks them up to take them back to the hotel.
Arrive at the hotel. How the taxi driver will say?
Did you enjoy your dinner?
Yeah.
And was the dog very good today?
Yeah.
And Marissa said, yes, the dog was very good and I'm very happy today.
Yeah.
We had a lovely dinner.
What else the taxi driver will say?
Well, he told the dog he must be good all week.
Every day lunch at the airport.
Yeah.
how the taxi driver will say to Marisa and the dog, and the dog.
He will say that
How the
he
Marisa
said, I will pick you up every day.
in the evening will say pick up when they're going to pick up tomorrow lunchtime.
Yeah, I'll pick you up tomorrow night. See you tomorrow. Have a nice night.
Then they get up for breakfast to have breakfast in the hotel.
Yeah.
And then when it's midday,
I'm not going for all 7 days like this with you.
when 7 nights goes
Yes,
past,
it goes
how the taxi driver will say to Marisa and the dog when 7
So,
nights.
well, it's been a lovely week, isn't it? So I'm going to take you back to the airport for you to catch your flight home to Paris.
And then right at the airport in Paris, they will have a Coke and a chocolate brownie at the airport in Paris.
Yeah. While they're waiting for their flight, they'll have a nice Coke and a chocolate bar.
Here's the announcement loudspeaker.
Yeah, well, there's an announcement on the
Loudspeaker.
Yeah, to say
Flight
say the
inside the airport for a flight to Rome.
yeah, the flight is just about to leave to go to Rome.
How Marisa will say? How Marisa will
Please
say?
go to gate number 6.
How
So
many?
she says to the dog, wait a minute. She says to the dog, hurry up, we've got to get our flight. So they get to the flight and they get on the flight. And then there's an announcement on the flight that says, oh right, so she puts the dog on the flight and she says, thank you for being so good and well done. And so the dog gets on the flight and there's an announcement to say, please put your seatbelt on because the plane is going to take off. So the plane takes off and then after an hour and a half there's another announcement that says that the plane is due to land in 5 minutes, so please put your seatbelt on.
How the stewardess will say to them?
So the stewardess checked his seatbelt, said make sure your seatbelt's on properly, and then the plane landed, and when the dog got off, the owner was waiting and said get in the car, and he said I'm very happy.
How the stewardess when the plane lands in Rome? How the stewardess will say to the dog?
It's time to get off now. Well done for being good.
The stewardess will take the dog walking through the tunnel. The stewardess and the dog will be walking through the tunnel. The owner will be waiting next to the tunnel. How the
stewardess says
owner and the stewardess will say to the dog, both to the dog. How the owner.
well done for being so good. And the stewardess told the owner that he's been good on his holiday and he's been good on the flights, and they're all very happy with the dog. So the owner was very happy, and so he took the dog back home and he gave the dog.
Get in the car.
Took him in the car back home and gave the dog a special treat for being such a good boy.
But he's not a good dog. Such a good dog.
Such a good dog. Right, that's finished now because we've got to get off in a minute.
What are you all going to go Sunday?
You don't have to ring me tomorrow because you've seen me today. But next Sunday, you ring me at 10 o'clock.
Where are you going to pick me up again?
I don't know, I'll have to have a look in my diary.
Today is the 3rd of August.
Yeah.
Saturday.
I'm not sure what I might go today.
It's Saturday. It's the 3rd of August. When you pick me up.
I don't know, I'll have to have a look in my diary.
Look in the diary now, please.
They're like a wide
Wait a minute. I won't have time to look in my diary and work out when I can take you out.
Look in the diary now, please. Today is the 3rd of August. It's Saturday today.
I've seen like what you do or like most of
It won't be August.
I say sleep in.
So sleep in at work. October.
October. Where are we going? Where are we going?
I'll pick you up.
And where are we going to go? Where are we going to go?
I don't know, where are we going?
And why? And why?
Oh, I've never been.
You go to and why?
We'll see.
Then we're going to
Yarmouth. Yarmouth.
Can you get there?
The ferry, take the ferry.
Yeah, I'm not putting the car on the ferry, are we?
We take the train, get off in Leamington, and then we have to get the ferry, and then we have to get the ferry.
Okay, well we'll see.
Why we'll see? Why? Because
No, I thought I have to plan it. I've never been to what? I've never been to.
On the way.
On the way. So we'll see.